Oh, oh, I'm right here. Oh, wait. Gotta get this place cleaned up. I do. I get this place cleaned up. Right. Smash. But it cleans up nice, just like I do. Right. Hey, right? In honor of Halloween, let's say. Let's go wild and crazy here, right? Here, the proof that you're not to have control of everything, I guess. I read that somewhere. It's okay. I love my wild and crazy hair. I like when it all stands up nice and straight. Let me get this. Ooh. Weirdo. I don't have my mic plugged in yet. Excuse me. How's it going this fine Tuesday? Welcome. How are you doing? Did you have a great weekend? What did you think of that reading yesterday? I thought that was pretty cool. That's, wow. Pretty deep. I hope that, nobody got offended. Wasn't talking to anybody in particular, sharing general things. We all kind of go through this stuff. Me too. Like, I am not free and innocent from it all, right? Excuse me. I'm not as innocent as I look. That's what they say, right? I'm human too. I make mistakes. I learn from them. I take responsibility for that. Oh, hey. Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day this is for you. It's me, Wingishnipe Mijakikwe, sweetgrass water medicine woman, your friendly, friggy ass medicine woman. Also Christiana and Christy, not Christy. Please. Beautiful name, but for me, I get, hey, Christy. Hey, Christy. Oh, sends chills down my spine. Anyways, Christiana. That's what I prefer these days. And Chrissy Carr, superstar. Yeah, I will always be this divine, beautiful being right here. And welcome to you, beautiful divine beings, right here. See, I just said something about forgetting my... All right, if I'm talking, if we're out, right, somebody comes up, starts talking to me, and I don't introduce it because I haven't remembered their names. I have done that so many times. And there's sometimes I forget the one that I'm walking with to introduce them. It's like a brain fart. Have you ever done that? Like, so then I said, like, there we go. It was just proof right there at the beginning. I have trouble remembering my own name some days. So, no offense. No offense. And names are important. Like, it is important. Like, I know. Like I just said, I didn't like being called Christy. Christy. But I know lots of beautiful Christies. And, I used to say when I was younger, I don't make cookies. But I do make cookies. I don't make cookies, and I'm not a mister. Weirdo. Okay, so what are we going to do today on this Tell It Tuesdays? Man, I'm just telling you how weird and crazy I am, huh? Things coming up. We got a Thanksgiving weekend coming up, right? And there's, right? We'll be thankful for what we have, but where that holiday comes from, do some research in history. Know what you're celebrating. Don't just celebrate blindly, right? Because a lot of us think it's not thankful, to be gratitude. We need to have that gratitude. Where'd that come from? Our ancestors lived that way, lived their life that way. The gratitude brought more. But up here in Canada, right, the Thanksgiving is when the colonizers and our First Nations come together, and we are taught that it was all peaceful and loving, and we didn't have any troubles up here. We don't have stuff like racism and prejudice up here in Canada. I was naive to think that way. Oh yes, I didn't learn about residential schools until I moved to BC, which was like 2002. So I went my whole life. And those residential schools, those are not history. This isn't ancient history. The last one was closed in 1996. 1996. Right? That is still 1996. Right? My eldest son, was born in 95. So we're not even talking, this is like a century ago. We are talking 25 years ago. Not that long. And there is still stuff going on. Are we going to hide our eyes because we don't want to see that? But that doesn't help. That doesn't help. We're going to add in and get angry. That's where I see this fighting and fighting and fighting. We need to stop that fighting. And yeah, we're not our ancestors, you know. We've come a long way from them, but then the stuff is still going on. Do we turn a blind eye because we don't want to see it? It hurts us too much to look at that pain. But then does that stop the pain from going on because we're not looking at it? Does that make it stop? No. Look at domestic violence, child abuse, all this stuff increasing of all crimes and stuff going down. That's increasing. Why? Because we don't want to look at it. We don't want to hear people doing such horrible things. Again, just because we don't look at it doesn't mean it's not there. Doesn't mean it's not happening. And we can look at it and be focused on that and going, oh, this is all that's happening, and then we don't see the beauty in the world. There needs to be that balance. Always, right? We can sit there in our woe is me, right? Or woo is me, depending on who you be. Anyways, yeah, look at that in you, because there is, and I know my heart goes out, all the kids, all those women being abused, men too, all the people that are being abused, all the people that think, hey, maybe that's what I was put here for, to be abused, to be, you know, I thought being of service and loving others, to love myself meant I was conceited or whatever, or meant that I'm sending the message that I think I'm better than everybody else because I love myself. I think I'm better than everybody else. Well, that isn't true. You can love you and still love everybody else too. And it's so important. And it's important because if we don't think we're worthy of love, we're not going to let it in. We're not. But also, that also puts somebody else in a position to try and prove too. So how fair is that to that person too? Right? We put our happiness outside of us and want that to be filled. So if we're going to be filled from the outside, well, we don't have to. It's all inside. It takes that practice for you, whatever that is for you, right? These are, I don't know, just things to make you think. Maybe they don't. Maybe it's just entertaining and coming off at the different accents they go through, or the funny faces they make, or whatever it is, right? But let's think about that. Reflect on the huge reading we did, the peace tree reading, and finding our inner peace. Because that peace comes from within, and then we share that out. Love comes from within, and then we share it out, right? It comes from within because it's being channeled through us. Whatever that is for you. But it is such an important time in the world for us all, no exceptions, to do that within work. Not look at what others are doing, right? If we think we're at a place that we've learned it all, whatever, that can be a pretty slippery slope. But hey, say we have. We've gone through, I've learned, I've been practicing these skills, so I keep practicing these skills. Well, I'm not going to tell somebody else what to do. I'm just going to keep practicing, and if they see it, right, I'm going to be a reflection of that beauty I see, of that peace I see. I want to reflect out, not project my pain. I want to reflect that love. And we all choose that for ourselves. Because really, we really got to think, what are we adding out there? If we want a peaceful world, how is that fighting? We've had enough fighting for that peace. There was a time and a place for that. We don't need that now. We've had enough of wars and history of ways of trying to control and have the power over the people. And these people are better than those people and blah, blah, blah. These are the chosen ones and these are not. So we must kill the ones that aren't chosen. Oh my, man, oh man, all human. Well, I guess that's the hazards of being created in the likeness or in the image of our creator, right? Being co-creators, it can go through our heads, right? And that power comes from within. So it never feels good to take it away from somebody else. And hey, if you're taking it away from somebody else, you never know when that's going to stop, when that person's going to go, wait a second, why am I giving all my power to you? Because I'm feeling drained. You're not giving anything back to me, so I need to go. So when we continue to try and take power over, it's not guaranteed to be there. The one thing that's always guaranteed to be there, great one is divine. Always has been, always will be. Right? So why not go to the unlimited supply? Right? We talk about this, right? They have new unlimited internet, but then they get throttled, right? They slow you down. You can have high speed. It's unlimited. You have high, but they'll slow down that high speed. Well, see, even God doesn't throttle us. We can tap into that and pour because it's what the universe wants, right? It's here. Okay, this energy, it's got to be done, right? We're not calling on it. What's it doing? Let's stir up the waters, maybe? I don't know, right? So many ways to think about that. But the whole point of it is we are all responsible for our own begin within work, okay? Yes, of course, we've got others that, are dependent on us. So in order to give the best care to them that need us, it's at no fault of their own. They're there, they volunteered, whatever that is, to help teach us these lessons of patience and stuff too. And when we have patience, the kind of care, what's your bedside manner? Right? Is it all about you? You take care of you so you're not resentful of those that need that extra help. So you don't get resentful of those that are dependent on you. So I'm rambling. I got my girl home again today. It's just a cold. She's a little stuffy, and I just want to make sure she's healthy for her birthday tomorrow. It's her champagne birthday. Yeah, but she can't have champagne. She's only 7. I might go pick up a little something. I'm thinking of that, they can get bubble baths in a champagne bottle. Something special like that for her. And then my boys. November. And of course Christmas, and then the big boys in January. Wow. Right? Well, it was divine's will, not mine, because then I got the Mother's Day and my birthday. Birthday share with everybody else. Mother's Days. They're all just other days, I try and do something special for myself in some way, though. I do. And there has been others that done stuff special for me, too. And gosh, that just... it sticks with me, right? Sticks with me. There's been many. Right? It's been like that for a while. My own mother forgets my birthday. But hey, why take that personally? Sometimes we just get caught up. It's not about forgetting somebody's birthday. We just forget what day it is. Right? Especially when we got so much on our plates. We just forget what day it is. I mean, mind you, it is something when your mother... But she's in her own stuff. We can make excuses and all that. Whatever. I can take it all personally, or I can go, hey, my mom's her own person too. Everybody's their own person. I can take that personally, or hey, right? We're all living our own lives. I don't think any of us are living really stress-free lives, right? Who's got a stress-free life? No stress at all? Nothing stresses you out? Is there a person that exists like that? I mean, I thought I did, but I was fooling myself. That was... I can handle stress because I channeled it and I made it into excitement instead of stress, right? Because it causes all the kind of same reactions, physical reactions in your body, so you can name it whatever you want. Thing is, though, you wouldn't want to get that crossed in, right? Some other things came up in my head, right? I'm thinking of abuse when your signals get confused, right? Like in abuse, especially from young, if you're hit or being put down and shamed and whatever, and at the same time being told that I love you, so then, abuse equals love. You kind of gets twisted in your brain. Well, you can look at that for yourself, maybe. Because we need to catch up on our own patterns, right? Instead of going, I'm always in this kind of relationship. Oh, everybody does this to me. Oh, la 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 la. The common denominator in all your relationships is you, right? So you're the only one you can control. Right? Can we really? Yes, we can practice and control ourselves. We can override our systems. I've done that so much that and my body is screaming out at me. So, anyways, yeah. Look at you. Look at those patterns that are in you. Look at what you are drawn to and why. Remember, familiar is not always the best, right? Familiar isn't always a good feeling. You know it, this is familiar, but, right? Abuse can be familiar. When you get used to abuse, it becomes familiar. It can become a comfort zone in a twisted way, right? But that's what happens. Because these relationships don't start out like that, right? They start out as being, wow, it's the relationship of my dreams. This is what I always ever wanted. And they listen deeply. I can share it more. I'm not getting caught up and triggered in that because I do not miss him. Come on, no. No. The idea. Miss that. The fantasy I had of what it was, right? We miss that. Because they can sure put on that good act. I mean, some of them could win Oscars, let me tell you. Because you believe it. You believe it. There's that love for you too, right? It's not just what they say and what they're showing you. It's showing opposite because it says something about you too. So why did I put myself through this? And we tend to end up holding more anger and frustration towards ourselves than the other person. Because we spent years feeling sorry for that other person and making excuses that it's not their fault. So whose fault in it? Well, it must be mine, right? Especially if we take responsibility for everything. It's not your fault for abuse. So when we go look back and take our responsibility, nobody deserves abuse. No. Nobody, no exceptions, deserves abuse. Because where did that come from? That abuser? Where'd they learn that from? The one that abused them, where did they learn that from? So if we want to keep going for blame, it'll be never ending. Watch The Shack. I love that one when it comes to that judgment scene. It was very powerful and that stuck with me. So The Shack. Triggering movie. So poof. It's not going to be something you want to watch when you're feeling down or if you want to pick yourself up and turn it around, right? Yeah, no, not that one. You have to be in a good space, though, right? Don't be, Listen to me. Choose it for yourself. I'm just telling you, it's an intense movie with some very, very good messages in it that, wow, resonated with me. Might resonate with you, maybe not. I don't know. It's for you. But in that judgment, when we keep going and blaming and feeling ashamed and shaming, where do we go? I mean, if you're ashamed of yourself, do you feel like picking yourself up and getting yourself out there, right? If you feel like all you do is bring abuse on you or, bring others down and you make them abuse you because, you're so flawed or whatever we tell ourselves, none of us deserve that. So let's look at that patterns. What are we familiar with? Our families of origins, whatever we were raised with, what's our environments, what are we familiar with? Where's our comfort zones that really are kind of a backwards kind of comfort zone where it's really not a safety zone? It might be a comfort zone, but it's really not a safety zone. Can we say it that way? I don't know. I can say it whatever way I want to. You don't have to listen. I'm not making you. I can't make you do anything. No. No. Oh, that's a bit it for today. I'm going to go snuggle with my girl. My birthday's tomorrow. Let's do one card. Well, two. Okay, because we always do two with these, right? just to think about and reflect on. Well, that one jumped right out, that giveaway. What are we giving away, right? All those worries, all that shame, all the blame. We're giving that away. Giving that away, that need to feel the blame for somebody. The need to go give that because it's too hard to take it on ourselves, right? We have to do that hard look. And not as a blame. We're not blaming ourselves. We're not shaming ourselves. We're looking because we are the ones fully, wholly responsible to take care of that little inside. Does your inner child feel safe yet? You are the one responsible to keep that inner child safe. Does your inner child trust the adult you have become? What does that little need from you? From you, not anybody else. From you. What does that little need from you? Right? You tap in. Find those new abilities because that's come up right there. Whew. Poof. Oh, look at 2 just flipped off the top right there. We're going to take that. We're going to look at that. We're going to get in touch with our impeccable integrity. And he's got, oh, look at that, bird in the baskets, right? Impeccable integrity. We're going to do self-reliance and not putting that on somebody else. We need to be relying on ourselves. I'm putting those up there as extra. Pay attention to. Ready for it, the impeccable integrity to rely on yourself. Spirit is here with us. 1, 2, look at that. Whoops, as they fall right down like that. We have, let me see, the impeccable integrity. I want to show you this. This is pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. Well, I think so. Poof. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bird and baskets. We tap into spirit. We purify out everything that we're not, and we become reliable on ourselves. We purify needing to feel that we need to be accepted by others in order to be accepted in this world. Right? No. To accept ourselves. Spirit's always with us. Spirit's always accept us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 easy steps to change. Connect with spirit. Purify. Let it go what you're not. Get in touch with what those comfort zones are and build that self-reliance on yourself. You can do it. We were all completely made the way and built with everything we already needed to succeed in this life. All right, there's my girl. I gotta go. Okay, love you very much. Yeah, it's made me speed up a little bit because there was a distraction, and now I'm trying to speak louder so you hear me and not all the stuff in the background.
Oh, come on, Jewel.
Love that girl. She's amazing, right? Yeah, that was just an excuse. Anyway, so take those steps. We need to become a self-reliant. Well, it's not completely self-reliant because we got spirit. Know that we all come from that same source. Whatever you call it, right? Spirit was in our reading yesterday. In our things yesterday, spirit came up. Self-reliance, right? Poof, we can do it, right? Biggest heart hugs ever. Thank you for being you, shining your light through in everything you do. It's this world. It needs you to be you, to do your within your work. To do your within work and be truly, wholly, fully who you are. Apologies, let that light through in everything you do because this world's missing out if you're not going to be you. Who's going to do it? I see you. Be you. Love you.